We good? Are we on? Bet. My name is Dede. I'm here from Speedhawk TV. You read the title already. Boom. Today I'm talking about Kevin Durant and his destinations for this summer. What might he do? I'm gonna cover all the teams that I see here in front of me that said they're gonna show interest. But I really feel like all 32 teams gonna show interest. But the main team that's actually doing some talking, the Celtics, Wizards, Spurs, the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Thunder. You know what? I might as well list it down. First starting off with, let's start off with the Spurs. Spurs already have LaMarcus Aldridge, Tim Duncan. Whoa, Tim Duncan. Not too sure if he's coming back or not. So we're promising Tony Parker. Maybe Ginobili might still be back. He's been playing almost as long as Tim Duncan has. Pop said he's not going anywhere until Lamar Aldridge contract is up, so that's also something good to look out for Durant. Money wise, I feel like the Spurs will be able to make it happen. I'm questionable because I feel like Tony Parker will have to restructure his contract. Some more players down the line. Because David West's contract is not that big. Lamar Aldridge got almost a max contract. And I think Kawhi Leonard is finna get ready to sign a contract. If he's still on his rookie deal, I'm not too sure. But I feel like the Spurs, financial-wise, better to make it happen because they have a lot of players that bought into the mantra, the culture around there. So if Durant goes there, that's a good basketball opportunity. But would he really? Let me just talk basketball for a second. And money in basketball. But I feel like the Spurs would be a good basketball move. Him, Tony Parker, Danny Green. Well, you know what? It'll be real. It'll be nice to see how they're gonna work that out. Cause Danny Green probably is chicken. Well, Kawhi is versatile, so it'll probably be Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Duncan if he come back. If not, Bogdanovich, the 7'4" dude. Or they might get another center, or David West shoots up to the 4 and I'll just go down to the 5. There's a lot of things Pop can do with that, but that's what Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Durant, David West, LaMarcus Aldridge, that could actually work out. A lot of veterans on there, a lot of people that have played some basketball before. That'd be a good team to watch. Man, also unfair, also, but that'd be a good team to watch. Celtics, Brad Stevens, great coaching. He's coaching out of his mind right now. Took that the Celtics team to the playoffs when nobody thought they'd even make it to the playoffs. So that was good to have Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, Evan Turner. They got all the guys, Kevin Olynyk. Plus, they got 3 first-round picks this year. They got enough cap room to sign 2. They got enough cap room to sign 2 max free agents. I read that earlier. So they can get Durant and another guy that's worth a max contract, maybe Hassan Whiteside or somebody of that sort, to come help out because they already have Isaiah Thomas, who's a proven scorer and he's not as ball dominant as Russell Westbrook is now. Isaiah could pass the ball and then Durant could have a more load on him. But yeah, I see that could work out basketball wise. The Wizards, which Durant said he would not go to, that's a far fetched. That'd probably be the last team he'll go to. But they have a pretty interesting squad. Thinking of how they could work out with John Wall, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Marcus Morris, and Gortat. That sounds better than what he's at now. But I guess the going home thing and the crime rate in DC and thing about that, he had to actually live in DC and his family will be there. It's kind of confused. I don't know what's his viewpoints on that. Maybe has people back home he don't like. But in the basketball sense, that might work out. But then how would you fit in role players? Because Bradley Beal said he's seeking out a max contract this year, not just like a mid-level thing, like something like $70 million that Clay getting paid. Well, he'll probably get paid less than that because he's not as good as player. But they pay people on their ratings for their positions or whatever. So if you think about that, you can actually say like, how would that work out if Bradley Beal want to take a max contract and then Durant gonna take a max contract also? So I don't see how he'll pull that off. Well, how the management for the Wizards will pull that off. Golden State has, let's see, they finna have to pay Curry, so Curry gonna pull a max contract. They paid Draymond, they paid Clay, so there's things they don't have to worry about. And neither one of those guys are pulling max contract. They pulling over $50 million a piece. So then they sign. If they sign Kevin Durant, they had to restructure their bench. So guys like Barbosa probably be out. McAdoo will probably be out. Livingston probably still be there. Iguodala probably still be there. But you know those, not those like Verizon, them guys, Spates might have to find the door. You know, things like that are such sort. But you'll know you'll pick up on the other end with Durant. And that way now when you pull out Clay and Steph, you can have Durant. Now in the basketball sense, that'd be pretty much unbeatable because then you have a team with a star on the floor every time. Then at the end, at the beginning, halftime, and at the end, you'll have three superstars on the court at the same time. And it's just like having like a Olympic team or some of such sort. Same way if you go to the Spurs, well, not too much of same way you go to the Spurs, but more prominent if you go to the Warriors and their shooting prowess and how they are now. Then you think about Kevin Durant is shooting 40% from three, also shooting the ball back from 40 feet away. Then you got Steph who's shooting at 40%. And then you got Clay who's shooting the ball 40%, and then you got Draymond who's shooting the three at about 30-something%. Or 39, 37, 39%. You come back, Iguodala who can knock down the tray. You are in, then you in trouble. Because now you got to guard the three, and all three of those guys are very proficient at going around the rim. Durant a lot more than Clay and Steph. So that'll be amazing. But I personally don't think he would actually go to Golden State. So, let me cover that later on. Because we got the Lakers, young team, a lot of money, a lot of cap space this year. Got the second overall pick. They're going to pick whoever left. D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, who are like a real lot, Julius Randle. It's just far-fetched. They're a long way out. Durant probably be the star and have to bring other people with him. But if he can come, then it'll make an excellent destination for others to come behind him, if you understand what I'm saying. Who wouldn't want to come to L.A. and actually play in that market and whatever, the endorsements and everything else that roll in after, he come. And then we have the Thunder. His team now, who already have Russell Westbrook top, that you keep hearing on TV. The 7 of their top players are under 27 years old, so that's also something to think about. This a young core. They proven. They got Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, Counter, who 20. Adams is 22 years old, which shocked me with that mustache. He look way older than what he is. So you can think about that. But into where I would think he would go for the Celtics reason, the Celtics is a viable option for him basketball wise. It'll make pretty much sense for him that go there and work with what they have, but then he'll have a young core instead of a more veteran core because he's going into like this will be his ninth year in the league. Next year it'll be his ninth year in the league, so he'll be more with younger people. And he'll be the elder statesman, and there's nobody on the team that's older than him. So I don't think he will actually go there and actually have to be the one that leads the team because I don't think he was ready that in his career yet. Same way LeBron wasn't ready to lead the team until later on in his career. To like the 10th some season. You get what I'm saying? But undoubtedly from that, the Wizards, I don't think he'll go to the Wizards because I don't see the Wizards making a good basketball move with signing him, because if they sign him, then they got to take away other people, and that's the people that's attracting him now. Like some people contract can get short, and then Bradley Beal, I don't understand why he wants a max contract. He has been playing max contract basketball, so I don't see them making that move. Cause then the bench gonna be terrible. So the problem this year, they only play 8. They only play like 8 deep. So I don't see that actually happening for the Wizards. Spurs is an interesting option, but within him playing in the West and him beating the Spurs, and then you enjoying the team that you just beat, it sounds kind of like far-fetched that he'll go join the team that he just beat. So I don't think he would actually go to the Spurs. But basketball-wise, winning-wise, I feel like he can win if he go play for Spurs. And a coach like that, a coach that knows what he's doing, and players that know what they're doing and have been in the league a long time, and you got a defensive stopper that can actually score this time, they can shoot the ball. You got a point guard that doesn't want more to stop the spotlight. He can pass you the ball and get others involved and not have that burden on your shoulder, and you can come in at the end and do what you have to do. That's a great option plan for the Spurs, and the Spurs are gonna do the right thing basketball wise. They always seem to find talent that you wouldn't find in other places. So just put that in perspective, basketball wise. Money, he can get his money, and he can get a championship ring. That'll be also that that is a great spot for him to go play for the Spurs. But should he join the team that he just lost? Should he leave and play in the same conference and have to see these guys in the playoffs? Well, Russell Westbrook probably pretty much decent by himself, because then that'll open up cap space for the Thunder, and they can do what they have to do to replace him or build a team around Russell Westbrook. Then if KD leave, Russell sure enough ain't leaving in. So that's that. The Lakers, he ain't going to the Lakers. They ain't winning. He just said today that it's all about basketball. His decision is gonna be basketball based, and how he trying to get in the best position to win. Now, since he's going in his 10th season in the league, you only get this much time to actually go out and do something. So he trying to win now, and you're not gonna win in LA. I said like he gave them like a 5-year span. It'll be very good for them to go win, because then people will come to LA if it's talent in LA. If you get what I'm saying. So there's that. Warriors basketball wise, that'll be a good fit for them. The Warriors probably be able to fill him, suit him around. They won't have the same people they have, but the Warriors. I feel like the Warriors be able to put people around him, actually help him win like they did now, because they're good in the draft and picking up the right people. As you can see with Steph and Clay, with Steph and Clay and the rest of the guys, Draymond and all those guys, they'll be able to fit around Durant, and these guys are champions. These guys have won, and you go get with these guys, and I think you would win too. But does he really want to go to the team that snatched his heart right out of his chest and took 3-1 away from him? I don't really think he would. So my last option is the Thunder. The Thunder is the last team that I have on the list, and money wise is there for him. Basketball wise is there for him. He's been in this city ever since he came in the league, and now he gets to the point where he has to make a decision between I'm trying to keep competing, or I'm gonna be a championship contender. Because the Thunder will compete. They're not a championship contender. Because like this year, they were close to the championship, but these last couple, they haven't been since 2012, and it wasn't even close then. And they had a James Harden, Jeff Green size team, but you can take that how you want to take it. But if KD goes and joins one of any other 5 teams that I've named, he can only get 4 years, $110 million. That's the most he can get from leaving the Thunder and going with another team. If he goes to OKC this summer, and signs a 5-year deal, he can get 5 years, $150 million. That's $40 million that he can get from anybody else. That's what the Thunder can get him, $40 million. But if he signs a 1-year deal this year, and I think the max is like $25 million that you can get paid per year, he take that deal, wait that out at OKC this year, then comes back out and restructure contract, and he'll be a 10-year veteran, and he gets a bonus or whatever. And that next contract can be 5 years, $208 million that Durant can milk in off from staying at OKC. Man, that's where I really think he would stay. So in the title of the video, you ask like, where should he go? Where is he going? He's gonna stay in OKC, and he's gonna pull in these $200 million, because I feel like basketball wise is good for him. He still has Russell Westbrook, and they can still be their tandem, and they can finally work out what is holding them back. And OKC can try to work people around Durant in that smaller market or whatever, and try to figure out what needs to be done to actually win in basketball, and who should take over. When they say, oh yeah, they play hero ball or whatever, then I know I've been one to say it in my previous video. So when they play hero ball, but it's all about who's the hero. Maybe now they start to figure it out. They went 3-up on the defending champions. 3-1 on the defending NBA champions, and that onslaught of 3-point shooter that they have. And that's something that you can take away from. There can be a moral victory, and it can also be a downfall. But I'm just going to stick with the moral victory part of the video, that they should be proud that they can actually do that, and they can see that they can actually play basketball against some of the top people. Because they beat the Spurs, who was the second best team, and they took Golden State, who was the best team, and took them to 7 games. So, well, really Golden State took them, but But that's the thing, that they had the grips with themselves, that they can actually go out there and do it. So what do I think Durant do? He's staying. He's going to pull in these $208 million. And he really believes deep down in his heart that they can win the NBA championship. I also believe it too. Long as LeBron not waiting on him when you get there. Also, I got another team that I feel like might be a viable option. The Miami Heat have cap room enough to sign Durant. And if you think about Dragic, Wade, Durant, Bosch if he can actually survive going up and down the court without a blood clot hitting him. And then you have Whiteside, they can sign him back with the cap room that they also have. You have a viable team that can actually contend in the East because the East is weaker, so it'll be an easier road, to get to the NBA Finals. But LeBron going through what Durant would have to go through LeBron, which in history he's not been actually good at going against his friend, his buddy, his training partner, or whatever. So you take that out, mate. So I think the Heat is another viable option. If not, that's what I feel. If not the Thunder, he will go to the Heat because I don't feel like he will go to the Warriors and actually settle, and then that'll be a horrible look. But if he goes to Miami, it'll be a big difference. Then some people gonna bring up the story: is he trying to be like LeBron and follow that? Forget it. Wade just gonna rank in on the rings, and he gonna have more rings than all of them. But that's what I feel like. Durant is gonna stay in OKC for this next year. Then the year after that, I'm gonna have to make another video about where he gonna go from that. Cause I just don't feel like he'll lead the money. He'll lead Westbrook. He'll lead the people that he grew up. Cause he was like 18 one year out of Texas. He was like 18, 19 years old, becoming a man, growing up in these cities, helping people through the tornado. They was a new team in town. They had nothing but Durant, and he became the MVP. He became the MVP. He became the star of that city, the star of that town or whatever, that region. And he just gonna leave them. But you think about it like LeBron, but I also think about it for KD. This is where he grew up. Not grew up, but you understand what I'm saying. Where he built himself as a man, as a basketball player. So I feel like he will end up staying up there for the 1 year. I'll make a video next year about where he's gonna go from there. That's it. I'm probably gonna still record. I got a new video coming up tonight. My prediction for the Golden State versus Cavs series and going over that in detail or whatever. Slightly in detail. I might miss some stuff, but I have that coming up late. I just want to upload this video. So my name is Daddy. I'm from Speedhawk TV. Watch out in a couple hours for a new video. Check that outro.